Give it up for Mr. Locario.
Alright, guys, what's poppin', man? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, listen, guys, I'm gonna tell you the biggest motherfucking mistake that you guys make when it comes to you know, learning about this dating game. And the biggest mistake is listening to what women say they want when it comes to a man. And then you actually trying to be that guy. Listening to what they say they want and you trying to be that guy. If you're trying to do that or if you're doing that, you need to stop it ASAP. I'm going to tell you why. Because a lot of times, what women say, and most of the time actually, and I said this a million times, what women say they want and what they respond to is two totally different things. So a woman will say she wants a nice guy and she'll respond to the asshole. Also, a lot of times women do not know what they want. Do you understand? So they are talking from, you know, a place of, well, I feel this way at this moment, and then when something presents itself that's somewhat totally different than what she said she wanted, she'll end up going after it. And then you're sitting there confused. And this is why a lot of guys get confused about women, is because they hear women say, hey, I want A, B, and C, I want A, B, and C, I want A, B, and C. And the next thing you know, you see that girl and you try to be A, B, and C. You're like, oh, I'm going to do A, B, and C and be this type of guy. Next thing you know, you see her fucking with some guy who's on some D, E, F shit. You're like, I thought this chick wanted A, B, and C. Why is she with D, E, and F? Because she didn't know what the hell she wanted. I even get this a lot of times where guys talk about, you know, the whole looks thing. They're like, oh, here's evidence. There's this girl who said she likes a guy who looks good and she's only fucking with guys who look good. Actually, I did a video a while back where this girl, I was responding to this girl's video who she was saying, you know, oh, I don't know why ugly guys try to holler at me because I'm not fucking with no ugly guys. And in that same video, this chick who said she wasn't fucking with ugly guys talked about this dude who she was fucking with who was ugly. So, you know, one second she's like, I don't, you know, fuck with ugly dudes. And then right after that, she says, oh, there was this ugly guy that I was dating and then this happened and that happened. How the fuck were you dating him if you don't fuck with ugly guys? Do you understand what I'm saying? So a lot of guys, they listen to women and they'll say, well, the woman said she likes men that look good and it's all about looks. And then that same woman who said that, you'll see her with some dude who's not so good looking. Why is that? Because they do not know what they want, and because what they say they want and what they respond to is two totally different things. Listen, if you do not understand this about women, you will be confused. And the only way to understand how this really works and how attraction works in real life is to actually get off your ass and talk to women in real life. There's a lot of guys that I meet who they read a lot of books about, you know, attraction and approaching women and all this other stuff. They watch a lot of videos, they do a lot of this stuff, but there's guys who, you know, I've met personally who said they read all this and they study all of this, but they do not go out and do it. They do not actually go out and do it in the real world so they can see what's working for them. So they're listening to a whole bunch of rhetoric from, you know, what they heard and what other women are saying, and then they're making that, you know, be the you know, the end all be all as to what it is in the game. But until you actually go out into the real world, approach women, talk to them, have conversations, tell a woman to give you her number, give her your number, go out on a date, flirt with the girl, touch her, tell her to come back to your place, go to her house, have sex with her. Do all these things in real life. Instead of sitting on a computer and saying, look, this girl said she likes guys who are only good looking and that's the truth and that's why I can't get girls. You understand? And then you're going to sit in your house all day and beating off and that's all you're going to be doing. Because you haven't took the time to actually go out in the real world, in real life, to do real shit. And you're listening to these women who don't know what the fuck they're talking about in the first place. Do you understand? And now I'm not saying all, you understand? But a lot of times when you're listening to these ladies, they're telling you what they feel they're supposed to say. Or they're telling you, because you got to understand something, right? Even if a woman is aware of herself, meaning she understands herself fully, she's not going to tell you what she really responds to, because sometimes it doesn't make her look good. Do you understand this? For example, let's say you have a chick who had some guy who was a good guy who was trying to get with her, and she dissed him for some dickhead who kept shitting on her, who, you know, was using her for her money, a guy who was basically, you know, an asshole, right? But she keeps going back to fuck this guy. So if you ask this woman, hey, what do I do to fuck women like you? How do I get women like you? Because I think you're cute, and, you know, I'm trying to get girls like you, and blah, blah, blah. You think she's gonna say, oh, well, this is what you gotta do. You gotta treat these women like crap. You got to, you know, don't care about what they saying, and just do your own thing and ignore them sometimes, and then that's when they're gonna be all over you. No, she's not gonna say that. She's not gonna say, oh yeah, that guy that I'm dating, you know, I'm only with him, or I'm with him because I'm insecure and he keeps shitting on me, and this is why I keep coming back to him. She's not going to say that. You know what she's going to say? She's going to say, oh, I want a really nice guy. I want a guy who's going to treat me right. So then you hear this and you do that, and then you end up with dry balls. And you're like, why is this happening? You understand? The same thing. You hear a woman say, oh yeah, I want to, you know, I want a guy who's like really good looking and has a lot of money and blah, blah, blah. Then you see her end up with some dude who ain't got a dime to his name and ain't even all that good looking, and you're wondering, how the hell did this happen? Because this guy, he understood what women were about. He understood about women's emotions. He understood that women usually don't even know what they want. So he heard her say all that shit and said, I don't give a fuck what you saying, I'ma still come and holler at you. And then he hollered at her, and then all of a sudden now she's all up on his dick. You understand this? So guys, you're making a mistake taking all of this shit that these women say to heart and then applying it, because again, what they say they want and what they respond to is two totally different things, and a lot of these women don't know what they want in the first place. So you would be a fool to just listen to, you know, what they're saying and not really applying game and understanding the goddamn dating game. Because look, I was just like you guys back in the day. I listened to all that shit. You know, I remember back in the day, you know, I had a chick that I had a crush on or whatever. And back in the day, I had, like, you know, I had dreadlocks or whatever, and, you know, so I asked the girl, I said, you know, what are you looking for in a dude, you know, physically and everything, like, you know, personality wise. Do you know that this chick described me to a T? She's like, oh, like dark-skinned guys or dreadlocks and, you know, who are doing things with their life, all that shit. So I'm like, so what the fuck? You're like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm right here. Why are you playing games, right? And then she was messing with this other dude who was basically the opposite of what she said she wanted. You understand? So she was basically describing me, but she was fucking with some other guy. You understand? And this happens a lot. So, you know, and the reason why she was fucking with this other dude was because she was on some bullshit, and he was, you know, treating her on, you know, like an idiot, and she was trying to keep getting his approval. And a lot of chicks do this, and a lot of you guys don't understand this, is that a lot of women, they'll be insecure, and they will be, you know, they'll fuck with a dude because they're trying to win approval from that guy. So their insecurity makes them, you know, keep going after that dude. And then sometimes you'll have a nice guy, or a guy like yourself who considers yourself a nice guy, who you're like, damn, I would treat her right, I would do all this other stuff, but since she's so insecure, she feels like she does not deserve a guy like you, so it ain't gonna happen. But see, these are the little things you guys need to know when it comes to women and attracting women. You feel what I'm saying? So listen, you know, I just want y'all to take heed to that, and real quick, I need you guys to do one thing for me. Actually, two things. First thing I need you to do is click the link below to get my free ebook, The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men, so you can step up your game. Second thing you need to do is go to MrLocario.com and become a Mr. Locario member, where you get 45 to 90-minute audios and videos every month, exclusive content that will step up your dating game crazy. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys go do that. And I will holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.